Hello student, uh, the next lecture of this paper 4th is the skeletal system. Uh, this skeletal system is depend upon their anatomy and physiology. Basically, the skeletal system and the anatomy and physiology of this structure of this bone is. So basically we know this, what is the definition of this anatomy. The anatomy means the branch of science which concerned with the bodily structure of humans, animals and other living organisms, especially as revealed by dissection and the separation of parts. He studied physiology and anatomy. See, another definition of this anatomy is the study of structure or internal working of something and the detailed anatomy of a society and its institutions. So meaning is that it is one of the branch of morphology and that deals with the structure of organisms. So another one is the physiology. What is physiology? फिजिओलॉजी म्हणजे काय तर आपलं पूर्ण शरीर क्रियाशास्त्र. In English, the branch of biology that deals with the normal function of living organisms and their body parts, that is known as the physiology, and the way in which a living organism's bodily parts the function, that is the structure of the brain. So now it is the skeletal system is. So what is skeletal system? Basically the human skeleton is a framework of the internal human body, and the human skeletal system consists of all of the bones, that is cartilage, tendons and the ligaments in the body. Altogether the skeleton make up about 20% of a person's body weight, and the adult skeleton contains about 206 bones. You know very well, in the human body there is about 206 bones which are present, and they are functionally and properly work together. Now the skeletal system, when you are going to see the again, it is divided into 4 fibers and minerals, the connective tissue such as the bones, ligaments, tendons and the joints. So now the skeletal system, when we are going to see the skull, mandible, sternum, humerus, ribs, there are the various types of the bones which are present in the body. So the cardiovascular system is composed of 206 bones that along with cartilage, tendons and ligaments make up the framework of skeleton of the body. The axial skeleton is, skeletons can be divided into 2 main parts. The axial skeleton consists of 80 bones. The primary bones of the axial skeleton are the skull. The skull skeleton are the skull, the spine, ribs and the sternum. That sternum is also known as the thorax. The anterior means front, the posterior means the back, and this is an anterior view of the skeleton. So you can observe the skull, the sternum, ribs, then humerus, tarsals and legs bones you can observe. The appendicular skeleton is, the appendicular skeleton is, you can see this pectoral girdle, forelimb, hand limbs, humerus, radius. So this is the appendicular skeleton, and the appendicular skeleton consists of about 126 bones. In the 206 bones. The primary bones of this skeleton are the shoulder or pectoral girdles, the arms, hands, pelvic girdle, legs and the feet. So this appendicular skeleton is one of the two major bones groups in the body, the other being axial skeleton. The appendicular skeleton is comprised of the upper and lower extremities, which include the shoulder girdle and the pelvis girdle. So you can see this functions of the bones. Mainly there is a important function of the bone is the bones are composed of about 50% of water and 50% a solid calcified rigid substance known as osseous, that is tissue, and the bones provide mainly the shape, support and framework of the body. If the muscles do not have a bones, what happens? The body will structure in not work in a shapely. So that all the bone structure is important for their body. The bones protect internal organs. The bones serve as a storage place for minerals such as the salts, calcium and phosphorus. And these salts, calcium and phosphorus, they are important to generations and releases of their blood. Another function of this appendicular skeleton is support the attachment and function of the upper and lower limbs of the human body. See, the mainly function of the bones is the bones play an important role in hematopoiesis, the formation of blood cells that makes place in bone marrow. The bones provide a place to attach the muscles, and the bones make movement possible through the articulations. So what is the classification of bones by shape? The bones can be classified by shape. Four of those classification are: the long bones include the femur, that is thigh. In the body of the thighs, the mainly these humor bones is the major bones in the body. Then upper arms, radius, larger forearms, and the ulna, that is smaller forearms. The classification of bones by shape. The bones can be classified by shape. Four of those classification are: hand bones, that is phalanges, metacarpus, carpals, ulna and radius. And the short bones include the carpals of the wrist and tarsals of the ankle. The classification of bones by four shape of these classification are: hand bones, phalanges, metacarpals, carpals, ulna and radius. So this is the sternum and the ribs. Sternum is present in the breastbone, and the scapula, it is a shoulder bone. You can see and observe it. Then this is a irregular bone including the vertebra, that is a spine, and this vertebra is important for their body. And these vertebra are the 33 individual interlocking bones that form the spinal column, and they are attached with the spinal column. And each vertebra has three main functional components: the vertebral body or load bearing, the vertebral arch to protect the spinal cord, and transverse processes for ligament the attachments. The bone structure is epiphysis, diaphysis, periosteum, medullary, endosteum, etc. The joints. A joint is a place where two or more bones connect. The manner in which they connect determines the type of movement allowed at that joint. A synarthrosis, the skull of the bones, is important, and the joint that allows no movement, an example would be cranial sutures. So this is the joints of the bones. The diarthrosis is a joint that allows free movement in a variety of directions, such as the knee, hip bones, elbow, wrist, and the foot bones. The types of bone movements at diarthrotic joint is, that is, abductions. Adductions means the moving a body part away from the middle of the bones. Adduction, moving a body part towards the middle. Flexion, bending a limb. Extension, strengthening a fixed limb. The types of bones is the movements at diarthrotic joints, and these diarthrotic joints is a freely movable synovial joints, it is known as, and it known to have a ball and socket joint permitting the movement in all the directions, and the ball and socket joint features the rounded head of the bone sitting in the cup of another bone, that is hinge joint, then condylite joint, pivot joint, gliding joint, and the saddle joints.